So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's very good wherever you guys are. So guys, I've seen some of your comments. I mean, about the Andrade stuff. And I almost laugh at times when I see some of you comment about Demetrius Andrade. And I mean, there's some of you that actually are big fans. And Dan Sosa said, Imran, you're a Canelo fanboy. You know what, Dan? I am a Canelo fanboy. I'd rather be a Canelo fanboy than be an Andrade fanboy. I mean, Canelo's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and Andrade's not going anywhere near the Hall of Fame. I mean, you know, if anyone thinks that Andrade's some kind of a Hall of Famer, then you need to give your head a wobble. Because Andrade's, man, here's what, for me, what's a great fighter and a guy that leaves a legacy. A legacy is a guy that's been involved in great nights and given us, as fans, given us great nights. You tell me what great nights has Andrade given. But forget about Canelo ducking Andrade or Andrade ducking Janibek. Forget all about that. Let me tell you what a great fighter entails. Not the fact what his record is or what his thing is. It's what legacy he left for the sport, what memorable nights he left. Canelo Alvarez gave us memorable fights with Golovkin. Forget about the fact that whether he won the fight, controversy, he gave us memorable nights. In 10 years' time, I'm going to watch those Golovkin fights and say, wow. You know, I can watch that with my kids. You know, if I ever have kids, right? I'm not going to be putting on an Andrade fight with my kids and showing, oh, wow, you know, Andrade beat Luke Keeler. Andrade beat, you know, he beat this guy, that guy. The point I'm trying to make is that Andrade hasn't impacted the sport of boxing. Canelo has impacted the sport of boxing. Right? And it's not a knock on Andrade, it's the truth. Whether you like it or not, you're not going to like it because you're an Andrade fan. You're not going to like me saying that, but that's the truth. Canelo's impact on the sport of boxing has been massive. And when you say, oh, well, every fighter has a weakness, you're just a Canelo, every fighter. Yeah, every fighter does have a thing. And that's why I've criticized Canelo when he ducked Golovkin back in the day. He ducked Golovkin. He threw the WBC belt away, but then he fought him twice. The difference is that the Canelo-Golovkin fight was a blockbuster. Right? You are an Andrade fan, hence why you want to see Canelo fight him. You want to see Andrade get that opportunity. But to Canelo, Andrade's not a big deal. To Canelo, Andrade is just a regular fighter. I mean, what's the difference between Andrade and Callum Smith? What's the difference? I mean, in your head, oh, Callum Smith is a tree. Callum Smith is this. No, that's your opinion. But I mean, in terms of achievements, in terms of who Andrade has beat, who's he beat? I mean, what's he done in the sport that really stands out? I mean, a two-weight world champion, I don't want to hear about that. Broner was a full-weight world champion. What? Broner's a full-weight world champion. Does anyone give Broner the respect of being a full-weight world champion? You tell me. Does Broner get the respect of being a full-weight world champion? I can guarantee you he doesn't. Right? Broner said the other day that I'm going to be going into the Hall of Fame. I'm a full-weight world champion. People laughed at him. You could be a 10-weight world champion. If those 10-weight, if you've beaten people that aren't credible, the fans aren't going to give you credit. The fans aren't going to give you respect. Even though Broner, a full-weight world champion. Think about that. And he doesn't get any credit. So Andrade being a 2-weight world champion doesn't mean anything unless you've got credible names on your resume. So when you say every fighter has weaknesses and every fighter has done things, yeah, Canelo has done things. I just told you one. It's not ducking Andrade. It's ducking Golovkin at that time. He ducked Golovkin, but then he fought Golovkin twice. Andrade, it's a bit like Mayweather avoiding Khan. It was quite clear that Mayweather didn't want to fight Khan. And you know I'm a Khan fan. But the thing is, here's the thing. Mayweather didn't need to fight Khan. He didn't need to fight Khan. Because Mayweather, the level that Mayweather was at, I mean, if Khan was a bigger fight as Pacquiao, because Mayweather knew Khan was a risk, right? Mayweather would have beaten Khan, in my opinion. I know there was a lot of experts like Roy Jones and Malignaggi that thought Khan might cause, Nigel Benn and all these guys that were saying that Khan might beat Mayweather. Mayweather would have beaten Khan, in my opinion. But here's the thing. Mayweather looked at Khan and thought he's rangy, he's tall, he's fast. And he's not really that big of... He's a big fight. Khan and Mayweather would have been a massive fight. Massive fight. It probably would have been one of the biggest fights Mayweather could have had. But it wasn't a Pacquiao level fight. It wasn't a Pacquiao level fight. And that's why Mayweather didn't think... It made no sense. Why should I fight Khan and when I can fight Pacquiao? Or why do I need to fight Khan really? He's a risk. His reward will be big, but it's not big enough. It's not big enough. And hence why Mayweather didn't fight Khan. Not because he was afraid, because it didn't make sense. The same with Canelo and Andrade. Like, Canelo looks at Andrade and thinks, the guy's a risk. He's dangerous, but he doesn't really bring me a lot. I mean, what does he really bring me? I mean, he doesn't bring him a lot. Like, what does Andrade bring that Callum Smith can't? What does Andrade bring? See, you're saying, well, the reason why Canelo doesn't want to fight Andrade because Canelo's scared, because Canelo knows that Andrade's got a horrible style for him. Well, I'm telling you, Andrade doesn't want to fight Janabek because he knows that Janabek's dangerous, and he is, and you know, he knows that that's a tough fight. I'm telling you that. So I have that opinion. The same way you have the same opinion about Canelo. Yeah, that might be true. Maybe Canelo does look at Andrade and think, wow, I don't want to go near that guy. That guy's got an awkward style for me. But Andrade exactly has the same issue with Janabek. He's not fighting Janabek because he knows he's dangerous. So again, that's where you shoot your own argument. When you say that Canelo doesn't want to fight Andrade because Andrade is some kind of beast, and Canelo doesn't. Canelo don't want to go near Andrade. You shoot yourself down because Andrade is doing the exact same thing with Janabek. So, see, the way you guys as Andrade fans look at Janabek, he's a nobody. Canelo looks at Andrade as the same way. He's a nobody. That's just what it is, unfortunately. And that's why I wanted to address this situation. Like, I don't want to keep going over these videos. If you look at my videos of late, like I've been talking about current boxing news. I don't want to keep making these videos. But when I see the reaction and I see the comments in the comment section, I feel like I have to make a video to react to some of your comments. Because I think that some of you are losing track of reality. I mean, we can't compare Canelo and Andrade because it's not like for like. This is what some of you don't understand. Canelo and Andrade, unfortunately, aren't like for like. They aren't like for like. So when I'm comparing Canelo and Andrade, I mean, I'm comparing one guy that's a first ballot Hall of Famer to a guy that's nowhere near, that's not going to even enter the Hall of Fame. I can't really compare. I mean, like, you're saying that, well, Canelo's best win or best fight is against Golovkin, whatever, okay. But Andrade, his best win is not even a tenth as good as that. You have to compare the two. You know, we can't compare Canelo and Andrade. We just can't. The impact that Canelo has had on boxing is far greater. Andrade's not had any impact. In 40 years' time, like what I mean is Andrade's a regular fighter to me. Like, he's just another guy that was a champion. There's loads of champions. There's loads of names that came like Andrade, and they're going to go down the wayside. Very few are remembered in 30, 40 years' time. Very few are remembered in 34 years. And I don't think, if Andrade was to retire today, I don't think in 34 years' time, nobody even will talk about him. Whereas Canelo, it's a different story. So the fact when people say, oh, you're a Canelo fanboy, when I'm not, I've criticized Canelo many times. It's just that Canelo's impact on the sport has been far greater. So why would I come here and criticize Canelo, right, when he has done so much more compared to Demetrius Andrade? It would be stupid for me to. Like, I think I'd be an idiot to come and criticize Canelo when Demetrius Andrade hasn't done a tenth of what he's done in the game. It's stupid. I can't criticize Canelo when another man hasn't done a tenth, and then he's doing exactly the same thing as what Canelo did to him. Right? So why am I going to criticize Canelo when Andrade has the same kind of energy? Andrade's a businessman as well, just like Canelo is. He proved that. Because if he wasn't a businessman and he was a fighting man, then he would have fought Andrade. The difference is Canelo has taken on a lot more harder challenges. The man went up to light heavyweight and fought Dmitry Bivol, for God's sake. I've never seen Andrade take an opportunity like that. I'm pretty sure if Andrade wants to move up 2 weight classes, I'm pretty sure there'll be an opportunity for him. I'm pretty sure. He's a big guy. Why don't he go up and challenge a Better Biev? I'm pretty sure Better Biev would welcome that. If he's that much, like Canelo went up, Canelo went up and fought Bivol. Why can't he go up? This is what I'm saying. Like, he's okay with fighting the guys that he's fighting. Well, he had a tough fight at middleweight against Janabek, and he ended up fighting. I mean, he's going for Zach Parker. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Yeah. So that's my take on it. I don't really want to with this because it is what it is. I think we're never going to get over some of the Andrade fans or some of the Canelo fans going back and forth. I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't feel that Canelo and Andrade are competition to one another, in my humble opinion. I don't think I don't think either of them are competition. I mean, I don't think they're in the same kind of ballpark. So that's just my opinion. But anyway, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.